Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review. And I've already done a bunch of baseball movies, but there are a couple that slipped my mind and I didn't do a review on. This one in particular is the 2001 TV movie or HBO Films movie 61, which of course is about the home run chase between Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle in 1961. And this movie was directed by comedian, actor, and big time Yankee fan Billy Crystal. Of course, the two main characters were played by Thomas Jane and Barry Pepper. And of course, like I said, this movie actually picks up 3 years earlier. And when the majority of the movie is a flashback, so I have to warn you about that, for those of you who have never seen it. And the movie itself, it's not, the greatest movie ever, because it's taken from the perspective of a Yankee fan, and not somebody more independent. So somebody who isn't a Yankee fan, or just a regular baseball fan. But the movie itself, it's not a bad film. So it's slightly over 2 hours, like 2 hours and 3 minutes, I think it was. But like I said, it's not a bad film. And the acting is not that bad either. And the two actors who got to play Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, they look just like him. And also, you also had a little nepotism going on in this film, because Billy Crystal's daughter, Jennifer, who recently just got married just before filming, stars as Roger Maris' wife, Pat Maris. Well, like I said, the movie starts off when Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa were going off to the home run record, which is now the single season home run record. But of course, we all know now, not at that time, but we know now that's all tainted, because Sosa and McGwire were on steroids. And so, but at that time it was such a huge story, despite the fact that they were on steroids, that the whole nation was captivated by this. And of course, the Maris family were watching the game on when he hit the 60th home run. They're in the Maris house in Florida. They're going to fly from Florida to St. Louis to see McGwire tie and break the record. So which was on he actually tied the record on Labor Day, 1988, which was September 6th, September 7th, and then of course September 8th, which was the next night. A game they aired on Fox. As a matter of fact, I have that game on. I'm embarrassed to say now. I have it on tape. But McGwire broke the record, and of course it took place then. And of course, Pat remembers. And that's when the rest of the movies are flashbacks, when Maris and Mantle picked up an opening day 1961 throughout the whole season. And of course, actually, the flashbacks was also very good, but also it had a lot of the opening scene when you first see Mickey Mantle talking to Whitey Ford, who was played by Thomas Howell, Anthony Michael Hall, excuse me, who was of course actually from the Steve films in the 80s, played Whitey Ford. He says, and you see Mickey Mantle looking at Playboy. He said, look, he likes to meet so blind. And then of course it makes a comment like, I like girls with small hands, makes my blank. I'm not going to say the word. My blank look bigger. And he says, and Ryan said, yeah, right. And of course, Mickey Mantle is portrayed as a drunk in this film and a womanizer, which Mantle was during his whole playing career. It wasn't until when he was dying of liver cancer when he admitted, hey, kids, don't be like me. It's one thing to like me as a player, admire my career, but don't admire me for what I did off the field. don't consider me a hero for what he did off the field. We're going to want off the field stuff, which was give him credit for that deal. And of course, then you have, of course, Roger Maris, who was a founding man and everything else, and who beat out Mano the year before for the MVP award and the closest vote at that time, and the closest vote in baseball history. Until, of course, until 1979, where Keith Hernandez tied Willie Stargell for the National League MVP. So all the reporters were asking Mano and Maris if they're going to break the record. Because Maris was a pure left-handed hitter, because Mano was a switch hitter. And of course, and Maris in particular was a dead pull hitter, and of course with a short porch in Yankee Stadium. He could easily pull the ball, into the short right field porch in Yankee Stadium. When they say they built Yankee Stadium for Babe Ruth, they really meant it because they shortened the fence in right field, so it would be easier for Ruth to hit home runs. Same thing with every other left-handed hitter in Yankee history, except for Derek Jeter, who pulls everything to right field. He took advantage of the right field wall too. But anyway, what's the movie? He says, "Oh, who knows? I mean, we haven't played a game yet. It's opening day. We haven't played one game yet. They're asking me about a stupid home run record." And of course, it was the attitude at that time. And of course, they were also concerned because 1961 was the first season that you had a 162 team schedule because you have expansion. In the American League, you had the brand new Washington Senators, who replaced the original team because they went to Minnesota. So they put a new Washington Senators team in Washington, and you also had the brand new Los Angeles Angels. Of course, we renamed the California Angels, and then the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and all the we changing the names of the teams all the time. But so because you have all that stuff, so now we have to go to the West Coast. All American League teams have to go to California to play the Angels now, and we have to play at night and all this other type of night games and all that stuff, which Babe Ruth never had to do when he was playing. So he had a little bit easier because the furthest west we went to when Babe Ruth was playing was the St. Louis, playing the St. Louis Browns. Well, now the Baltimore Orioles. So he said, "Oh, the Babe Ruth had it easier." So naturally, all the press got on Maris because he wasn't exactly, media savvy or great with media. And Maris was, because Maris had that personality, and Maris didn't. So that's why everybody got on Maris, and then the media was pushing Maris more effective back than Maris was, because they didn't like his personality, because it was so too bad for him. When Maris was pulling away from Mal until the home runs, Maris was getting more and more crap from not only the media but from fans as well. And there's one particular incident in the film that a lot of people said never happened. There was one incident where the Yankees were playing the Tigers in Detroit, in Tiger Stadium. By the way, before I get any further, that's got to remind you that all the scenes in Yankee Stadium there was actually filmed in Tiger Stadium, but they just used like a matte painting or they used I don't know how much CGI they used, but they edited it in such a way, or they made it in such a way to make it look like Yankee Stadium. But it was filmed in Tiger Stadium, or the Yankee Stadium stuff. So like I said, go back to the incident when playing the Tigers in Detroit, and there was a drunken fan who was in a Babe Ruth, jersey, or was a Yankee shirt with number 3 written on the back. And he keeps razzing on Maris. Say, "Maris, you wanna break my record? You wanna break my record? Come up here and kiss my ass." He'll say all this stuff. And he says, "You can't even look at me, you jerk. You can't even look at me." And then of course he picks up a chair, allegedly picked up one of the active seats that's bolted down and throws it at him. But later on, people said, "Oh, that particular scene never happened." Well, if you look at the film, he actually took a folding chair that security guard was sitting in. That pushes the guard off the chair, picks it up and throws it at him. That's what actually happened. If you watch the film. But in the film itself, they said, "Hey, that scene never happened. That incident never happened." But when Billy Crystal was interviewed, he was at the movie. He was asked, "Does that scene really happen?" And he said, "Yes, that incident actually happened." So you have conflict. Oh, one person said it didn't happen. One person said it did happen. But actually, of course, when it got to 100, since it's, like I said earlier, this is the first season that was 162 games. So all the writers said, "Oh, if you didn't have the 8 extra games, you would not broken the record." Well, I think he had like 60. I think he had 59. 59th home run in the 154th game of the season. So the Commissioner of Baseball says, "Look, if he if he breaks the record after 154 games, you have an asterisk one." And the commissioner at the time was Ford Frick, and who used to be the ghostwriter for Babe Ruth. So of course he knew Babe Ruth and he loved Babe Ruth. So he never wanted to see his record broken. And there's also one particular scene where he does tie when Reggie Maris does tie the record. When he hit his 60th home run in Yankee Stadium, and he had Mrs. Ruth there, and she says, "I'm not happy at all that this is not happening." And the GM, one of the guys who works, well, not the GM, one of the guys who works in the front office, he says, "What did you before I was another Yankee?" And Mrs. Ruth says, "No. I don't care who it is. I'm not thrilled that this record is about to be tied and possibly broken. Because the Babe loved this record. We didn't want anyone to come near it." So of course, when Maris was in Baltimore, and on the 154th game of the year, everybody was happy. The commissioner was happy. Had a big. They saw the commissioner watching the game, and Mrs. Ruth, and they both had big smiles on faces when Maris did not tie and break the record on the 154th game of the year. And they were so happy about it that he didn't do it. So now, if he does do it, the asterisk is going to come on. His record is safe at 154 games. And of course, when he did do it, they put the asterisk on there. And which was, to me as a baseball fan, was a joke. Because if you break a record, you break a record. It doesn't matter how many seasons it took. It's like particularly when Cal Ripken Jr. broke the consecutive games record. The Japanese league came out and said, "Oh, that's not the real record. The real record is this record by one of the Japanese players." So of course, when Cal did pass that record as well. I mean, that's not a real record. That's not a record that's held here in the United States. It's their record. Not our record. But he passed that record as well, and the Japanese league honored him by passing that record too. I mean, which is a joke. This is a whole separate league. Their league's record, and comparing that stuff is ridiculous as well. But just have, but as the movie ends, and we'll get back to the movie. When the movie ends, they show McGwire's 60-second home run. And of course, Bob Shepard, who was alive then, who was the Yankee PA announcer, he does have a brief cameo in this film. Says, or an animation saying the single season record on the separate records was officially ended in 1991 on the 30th anniversary of Maris's year. And because Faye Vincent was the commissioner that took that stupid asterisk off. Because the asterisk was off for 30 years. And he took that off to give merits the proper due. But unfortunately, he died about 5 years earlier. He died in 1996 of cancer. So he never knew the record officially belonged to him. And that's how the movie is. But as a movie itself, it was not a horrible movie. It's a decent movie. It's a decent biopic, in my opinion. But not a great biopic. But a decent one. I mean, it's watchable. It's definitely watchable. But it did have some great character actors who were in this movie. You had Bruce McGill, who played Ralph Houk, who was the manager for the Yankees. Then after Casey Stengler got fired the year before, you had Richard Mesa, who played a sports writer who supported Mavs through the whole year. And so as a movie itself, it's still a decent biopic. So if you ever get a chance to see the movie 61, I recommend it. I recommend the film as a biopic. Thanks for watching. Please click on the video. Please like. Please rate it. Please comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching.